Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. We return now to something we've seen before for something I didn't think we'd ever see again, and it really kind of makes me want to bang my head against the desk over and over again. So, you may recall that back in the day, we saw this, right? We saw that before the Clone Wars Season 1 was released on Blu-ray and DVD, there were these little individual DVD releases that had multiple episodes at a time, the first of which was A Galaxy Divided. Okay. Now we've seen inside, what the inside looks like. We have seen what the disc looks like, normally with Yoda there with Rex, and then Grievous on the other side. We found that this was the regular retail version that has nothing else here sticker-wise except one that says, as seen on Cartoon Network. That's the one you could have gotten anywhere. But then we found very early on that there is a Walmart exclusive version, right? Same sticker, but now moved over to give you a space for one that says only at Walmart, includes bonus 5th episode, 22 added minutes of exclusive content, Downfall of a Droid. Everything else about the slip cover looks exactly the same. Everything about the interior cover looks essentially the same. But then there is your different disc label there, where we have the clone trooper there with R2-D2 instead of Rex there with Yoda. We saw that very early on. I also noted at the time that in 2013 you had that big blitz of products, and part of that was a Clone Wars 3-pack that took the Walmart disc, not the regular disc, along with Clone Commandos and Darth Maul Returns and put them into a value pack. That was this here. Again, Walmart disc inside, so 5 episodes instead of 4, although the packaging still proclaims across these that there are 12 episodes when really there are 13, as we've seen before. And then we had that one that was almost impossible to find. The one I have almost never ever seen, where Justin Reichert, and I swear, Justin, every time I say your name, I can't remember how I say it correctly. I apologize. But Justin managed to get his hands on one from Best Buy, which was kind of a shock. It was the only one we'd ever seen of it. We found that there was one showing up on eBay, but it was one that didn't have the Yoda patch that made it special. It was just a slip cover with a different sticker on it, so that's kind of dumb. It tends to pop up from time to time, but nobody's really seeming to go for it right now. Then there was one that I was able to pick up with some help off of eBay. Then there was one more copy we ran into of it, and that was actually in a collection I recently sort of inherited that we'll talk about here in just a moment. That is this one from Best Buy. Same Cartoon Network sticker, but moved up to have the one down here that says Best Buy exclusive collectible embroidered patch inside. And when I open it up, I find that the disc is the same, but it does include a little Yoda patch inside that makes it special. Okay, so surely that was it. Holy hell, that is incredibly rare, but at least now surely we found them all, right? No, there is another. One that I had no idea existed, and it seems that nobody in the Star Wars Home Video group on Facebook knew existed either, which makes it even more rare, it seems, than the Best Buy one, which I wasn't even sure was possible. It's literally the only copy of this I have ever seen online, in person, anywhere. And it boggles my mind how rare it must be. And this is something I acquired very recently due to something that was very sort of fortuitous that I'm trying to sort of pay forward right now. So a gentleman by the name of Matthew or Matt Fry. And Matt's a collector, or was a collector of all this stuff, and had a pretty large collection. I would say probably pretty close to rivaling the size of my own. We collected slightly different things, so it's kind of hard to make a direct comparison, but a pretty large collection. And recently he offered, since he was trying to sort of unload it and get it out of the house and everything, he said, you know what, if you'll pay for shipping, which wound up being about $250, give or take, media mail, so that's a lot of weight, then yeah, you can have it. You know, I'll just pass it along to you, and hopefully there'll be some stuff that you can use. So 9 enormous boxes made their way through the mail to me. I say made their way. One of them is still making its way to me as of right now. The other 8 already arrived. One kind of went astray, wound up in like North Carolina for a little bit, and is slowly winging its way to me at this point, though it is still being tracked, thank goodness. And among the many, many, many things in that collection, there was quite a few that either I didn't have, or were things that, you know, I already had, but my copies weren't all that great, so I could swap them out with a better copy from what he sent. But there's still quite a bit that is sitting there that is unnecessary for my collection. So now I've taken to the Star Wars Home Video page on Facebook, the one that is set up by Justin Berger that I also help moderate, and I basically started to try to pay this forward, just like he said here, if you want it, take it, just pay for shipping. I'm starting to do the same thing to unload some of this stuff that I don't need out to the community, to sort of, as Matt put it, sort of be a blessing to the community in that sense. But I don't see this as me sort of being a blessing to the community in that sense. I see it as him doing it. Granted, it came to me and I could have just kept it all, even if I didn't need it. But I see this as sort of my responsibility, just as he did something generous and kind for me, to pay that forward in a sense. So we're going to see a lot of stuff coming up in the near future that I'm going to constantly refer to as coming from Matt Fry. This is the first of these that we're going to see. And I would say to Matt that this isn't just a matter of him helping me and me being able to help the community or anything. It reminds me very much of the final episode of Quantum Leap, right? Where Sam Beckett is in sort of this weird limbo mid-leap, and he's talking to Al the bartender, who is apparently a representation of God or time or fate or whatever keeps jumping him around. And he basically is talking to Al the bartender, and Al, not regular Al, but Al the bartender, who says, isn't this what you wanted to do? Put right what once went wrong. And Sam says, yes, but not one life at a time, right? Not just helping one person at a time, as Matt, in essence, was helping me. And Al sort of kicks back like, I got Mother Teresa here. At the risk of inflating your ego, Sam, you've done more. The lives you've touched others. And those lives, others. You've done a lot of good, Sam Beckett. And I feel like that's sort of the same thing I could say to Matt. What he has done has helped me as a collector. But I am now able to pay that forward and help other collectors. And we're already seeing a ripple effect of that where, maybe inspired by this, other people in that same community are telling me, hey, I've got some extras sitting around. I think I'm going to try to do the same thing to help others, just like you are, just like Matt did. So we have a ripple effect of paying forward this great generosity of Matt to basically allow that to be something that spirals out into the community and really sort of helps sort of lift all boats, so to speak. So thanks wholeheartedly to Matt Fry. It was an amazing thing that he did. I very much appreciate it. It blows my mind what he did here. And I just wanted to say thanks again, and in the process begin showing you some of the stuff that had arrived. So with that context, regular version, 3-pack, Walmart version, Best Buy version. What was it that was in Matt's collection that I had never seen before and it seems like we didn't know existed? A Toys R Us version also of this. Now, I left the sticker on. I usually don't like leaving the stickers on. Usually I will take them off and wind up with some sticky residue. Thankfully, with some advice, I've used some Goo Gone to get the residue off of this one for the most part. But this one actually has one of those weird, like, metallic silver and pink shoplifting sticker things underneath this sticker that's very difficult to peel off. So I decided I'm just going to leave it. But notice here, as seen on Cartoon Network, oh, here's an exclusive. Only at Toys R Us. Bonus collector's poster inside. Everything else is the same, right down to the disc. But what is inside that is special? A poster. Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Coruscant, I'm assuming they're in the background, Rex with clone troopers here. That's it. But again, just like the little Yoda patch, something that is a minor additional item added into a store exclusive that makes this another version of A Galaxy Divided to hunt down for collectors here. Again, I'd never seen it before, ever. I did a search after acquiring this from Matt. Still haven't found any information on it beyond this copy. So if the Best Buy one was rare, this one is super rare, or however you want to describe it. But yes, there is another of A Galaxy Divided. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.